I was going to start this video with some kind of speech about, oh, I haven't posted in 2 or 3 years, or however many years it's been, because of pandemic, because of this. But the truth of the matter is they're all excuses. They're all excuses, and it took me a minute to actually sit and accept the truth. And the truth of the situation is I struggle a lot with imposter syndrome. I struggle a lot with self-sabotage. And the way that manifests is that my brain somewhere along the line has decided that consistency is boring. And because consistency is boring, I've used this as an excuse for a very long time to justify not being consistent, to justify not showing up, to justify self-sabotaging, you know? The truth of the matter is there is no reason why I haven't been posting or I haven't been creating. Not to say I haven't been creating content, I have. But the only reason I haven't been posting it because there's a part of me that feels like maybe I'm not being authentic, which is nuts because I'm my authentic self all the time. So maybe I need to reintroduce myself on this channel. Maybe I need to say, hey, I'm broken. I have all this baggage, all this shit that I'm trying to make sense of and work through, people pleasing, all this host of childhood trauma that I brought with me on this journey into adulthood. And I'm only starting to realize how much of an impact this stuff is having on my life, on my choices, especially on my people that I tend to fall for, my romantic partners or romantic interests, is all affected by the way that I view myself. And ultimately, I'm not going to lie to you, I have been struggling a lot with feeling like I'm not enough. So in the previous videos, I did this whole thing of making sure that I put my makeup on, so that we look good, and then set it up, and then the kids would start fussing, and all it took was for me to be consistent to say, listen, children, mommy's recording, therefore, you make sure that at this time you go to your room or whatever. But it became so much easier to just be like, nah. I fear success because I fear that I'm not equipped to handle it, which is nuts. It's nuts when I think of it from my logical brain. It's absolutely nuts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to reintroduce the channel. Hello Umdeni, this is Utando Network, which means love network, and Umdeni means family. Hello family, this is a love network. And it's time to be really honest and really vulnerable because I am sick and tired of doing the same things over and over and then complaining about the results when the truth of the matter is I am the reason. Okay, did you hear that part? I am the reason that life is unfolding this way because I have the awareness to make different choices, but I choose to stay with what I feel comfortable with. So this is very uncomfortable for me because I'm putting myself out there in a way that I have worked very hard not to. It's always better to present a perfect, polished image. That way, you're always the life of the party, and everybody always feels good around you. Hey, regardless of how you feel. That's not really being fair to myself or fair to people. So instead of me rattling on some more, yeah, welcome to the new page where it's just me trying to do better. I'm going to talk to you about some stuff that I've discovered. I'm going to talk to you as we go on this personal journey, personal development journey together. I'm going to talk to you about some observations, some things that I've realized that I do as a result of, childhood traumas and stuff. And yeah, I think for me, one of the difficulties that I faced in my own personal journey, trying to, get from insanity to insanity, what I've realized is that a lot of us mask. A lot of us mask, and because we spend all this time masking, it makes it really difficult for other people to relate. And I am one of those people who have had a hard time relating to other people. Really hard time relating to other people. Not because I'm incapable of being empathetic, of empathy. Hey, English never loved us. No, 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 no. One thing that I really struggled with was when people tell me relatable stories. And I'm still trying to figure out why it's a trigger for me. But when people tell me, it almost feels like they are not interested in my stuff. And because I'm naturally empathetic, what I'll do is I'll put my stuff down so that we can accommodate your stuff, which is like a whole other conversation. Anyway, back to self-sabotaging. Back to self-sabotaging. So I want to like do differently. I want to do better. I don't want the self-sabotaging stuff anymore. I want a successful life. I want a financially free life. I want successful relationships. And I want to be the best version of myself. And if it means that holding myself accountable is via this YouTube channel and we kind of figure out our shit together, like, let's do that. Like, listen, I'm 3 years away from 40. 40 needs to be it needs to be a different life altogether. I am sick and tired of pulling around this childhood shit. It's time for a new chapter. You know, let's work for me, these next 3 years are crucial to getting into that mind space where I no longer self-sabotage. I no longer, think a kind of way. I no longer feel obligated to do stuff for people. I no longer, that's people pleasing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get rid of all this stuff so that I can show up authentically and I can show up and really impact people's lives in a big way. I hope that makes sense. If you've recently realized that you also have a tendency to self-sabotage or a tendency to strive for perfection, or anything that you feel in this video that's relatable, please comment below. What was it that made you realize that you were self-sabotaging? Do you struggle with the idea that you're not enough? Because that's something that I've struggled with for a really long time. And you know what? I am enough, damn it. Till the next one.